Hi, this is JJ. So I'm just going to give you a quick little update on the Nate Black channel makers dispute that I talked about a couple of videos ago. And you should know that I spoke with Nate Black himself regarding this dispute. And since then, there's been not one, but two United States federal district court cases related to Nate's exit to channel makers that may make its way up to United States Supreme Court. Right? Is that crazy? So if you know what I'm talking about, you want to know, if you're interested in that, you want to stay tuned for this update video. So here's the update. Really quick background for those of you who didn't watch that video. So Nate Black was the host of a very popular and still existing channel that educates YouTubers on how to grow and be a great YouTuber called Channel Makers. And the channel was produced by a company called Income School that hosts a course and other courses that teaches people about content marketing and creator marketing, YouTube, and all education and things like that. Nate was the face of it. They infamously had a split last year, at the end of last year. And as a result of the split, Nate formed his own channel, and the Income School did a blog saying that by forming his own channel, he violated a non-compete agreement that he had signed with them. So my video was just essentially just catching people up to speed because I used to do YouTube education and Pinterest marketing on this channel. I pivoted to content creator legal, helping creators learn and decode the laws related to the creator economy, FTC disclosures, brand deal terms. I have playlists on here dedicated to that. So I just wanted to do an update because that's my old space, and I used to follow all those people. I still do. And in my update, the decision, I did my own legal analysis as an attorney that I felt like if Nate indeed signed a non-compete, and the non-compete said he was restricted from forming his own channel within a certain geographic region, within a certain topic of what he did for channel makers, and he signed that agreement, then he's in the wrong because he's bound by that agreement. However, here's where the court cases come in play. Since then, there's been two district court decisions that challenged the Federal Trade Commission back in April issued an order banning non-compete clauses and non-compete agreements, saying that they alienate workers, they're anti-competitive, and they unreasonably restrict people's ability to make a living once they work in the space, and non-competes say you can't work in the same area, you can't compete with us. So that was in April. So shortly thereafter, someone challenged it, and an FTC won, and a district court judge in Pennsylvania upheld and supported the FTC's decision. However, things changed. Texas, a whole different ballpark, a whole different judge appointed by a whole different person, I won't say the name, came down and said, nope, no. The FTC was beyond the bounds of their authority, and FTC's decision to just ban non-competes was what's called arbitrary and capricious, meaning like they didn't have really legal ground to do that. So now we have a split in circuit. So what happens when we have a split in decisions from a district court? It's not a circuit yet. From two different federal judges make two different decisions that conflict. It's possible it can make its way up to United States Supreme Court to actually solve it, to say who is right. So that's what I say, this little dispute between Nate Black and channel makers may make its way up to the United States Supreme Court, and may just be not them specifically, but the impact of those decisions could actually impact the dispute in terms of where channel makers are saying that technically he violated their agreement. But as I said in that last video, if you didn't watch it, you can go watch it, or you can go check out channel makers blog that they did about it. They've said that they've decided just to move forward, that they're not going to press on it. So what happened when I talked to Nate Black? So I got his side of the story before this last court case came down, because this one is just brand new, it's August. I think I spoke with him in July. So it was a great discussion. For the nutshell, he just wanted to sell his side of the story. One, he said that he was refrained or restricted from giving too many details on the advice of his attorney, but he felt that it was unfair. But he also, what he did during that conversation, he owned up to the fact that he did treat channel makers, the channel, as if it's his own, and he didn't do a good enough job, he thought, of letting the audience know that actually channel makers is actually a larger operation, that it was produced by someone else, and that he was working there and it wasn't his channel. So he owned up to the fact. He treated it like it's his baby, and rightfully so. When you take a lot of time and you're the face of the channel and people are talking to you, you're engaging with folks, it's really easy to get caught up in that. So I appreciate the fact that he was honest, and the fact that, and that's my assessment in my video, is that, the channel makers guys didn't do a good enough job of forcing or stepping in when they realized that it really looked like it was his channel, and that was going to be a problem if they ever tried to sever ways, and it was going to be a conflict. And that's what happened. Like, that was a lesson to anyone who creates a channel where there's more than one face to the channel, that early on you have to make sure you cycle people out and make sure that your host, make it be known through graphics or whatever, that that's not their channel. So anyway, so that was great that he admitted that. He said it was restricted, but for the most part, my advice to him at the end of the day was to move forward. As a person myself who has a history of something that's like not good in my history, something that happened that was like damaging to my reputation. I don't agree with the decision. It impacted me negatively. It messed me up mentally. It actually had me running away from it and kind of like held me down and suppressed me. So I can totally relate to Nate being in that situation where there's stuff out there about you that's not necessarily true, that's not favorable, that's not attractive, and you wanted to push back against it. Now, what happens? What I did and I advised him to do is just move forward. You can't keep running away from it. Just, it is what it is. The people who supported Nate, who didn't like the fact that he was split from Income School, who followed him over to this other channel, who may have said bad things in the early videos, they're there for you. Go there, support your community, build your community, and move forward. Folks who are starting YouTube channels now, who are discovering Income School, and they're following channel makers now, they may not even know Nate existed. They might not even know about the split. They're not going to hold anything negative against it, because it's like that's not their world. That's not their universe. They don't have the experience. There's nothing to them. So, and you can't necessarily try to, run your life trying to present a facade. And that's the risk you take when you are a public persona. When you come on camera, when you build an audience, you are essentially like a public figure. So you get all the accolades, all the perks of that, meaning any money, any finances, any opportunities, any fame, any, all the things that come with that. You get that, but you also get the negatives, where you are in a position where people are going to criticize you, when there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, where you're going to lose opportunities, you're going to gain opportunities, when people are going to be critical and folks are not going to be critical. People are going to be mean. That's just, it comes with the territory. So just like I pivoted and actually came back after running away from law and legal. These are my legal degrees. I have three. I have a degree from Georgetown University, a master's of law after taking 2 years there, and after 3 years of law school at the Catholic University of America School of Law, and I earned a certificate of communications law studies while there. So I did a specialized certificate in addition to my degrees. So I have 2 law degrees and a certificate in communication law studies, in addition to my undergraduate degree at the University of Maryland for 4 years. So running away from all that stuff is not a great, because now what I've done and landed here is that I have a unique opportunity as a fellow content creator who knows what it's like to be a creator, who knows what it's like to be in that space, who knows what it's like to create content and no one watch it. I've been there before. I know it. And I also now can use my knowledge, because there's not a lot of channels helping y'all understand the law. So if you want to know that, I want to invite you to hit the subscription button, or share this video, or share this channel with someone you know who's a content creator who wants to know the areas of law. I also invite you to binge some of the playlists I have on this channel, just educating fellow creators. And also, if you are a content creator, you should know that there are certain deals that you're going to get into. You may hire an editor, you may hire a virtual assistant, you may get someone else on a work for hire basis, you may want to form an LLC out of your creator business to protect your personal assets. You may want to send a cease and desist if someone is using your content without permission. There's all these legal documents that you should have. And rather than wait until you need them to hire an attorney that's going to charge you thousands of dollars, maybe $1,000, $2,000 to create one custom for you, you can get my content creator legal package that I just created. It is easy to read. They're customizable. You should not be sending one a document that you don't understand yourself. You should understand it. So if you were to go to YouTube and Google these documents, they're going to be super complex. You're like, what the hell are they talking about? So my documents are easy to read. They're customizable. They're just for you. If you're a podcaster, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a TikToker, Instagrammer, if you're e-commerce, no matter what you are, these content creator legal documents can help you. So you want to get them. I'm going to put a link down below. Follow this channel, share it with fellow content creators, and let's get with this. And in the meantime, let's watch out to see what happens. And if there's an update at the Supreme Court, I'll be here to tell you and update you. So let's go.